Hello, my name's Calvin Haefley. Welcome to my autobiographical speech. Let me give you a shot of the audience really quick. Here is my audience, a whole grand 2 people. I know, sold out. Okay. All right. Wait, did I get my name?
Yeah.
Okay. I was born in Laguna, California to 2 parents who both worked as stockbrokers back then, and I have 1 sister that's 2 years older than me. Back when I lived in Laguna, California, my favorite things to do were go to the beach, make sandcastles, and play in the water and whatnot. And I also loved playing at my neighbor's house. My neighbor had a pet wild boar, and we would let it chase us around the yard and generally just have a good time. It might have been mildly irresponsible considering we were only 3 or 4 years old playing with a wild pig, but you know, it was great anyways. At the age of 5, we moved to Lake Havasu, Arizona. We would go to the Colorado River pretty much every weekend to ride sea-doos and go fishing and whatnot, visit the London Bridge. There's all kinds of sites and coves out there we would go to. I also got into flag football. I played, I think, 2 seasons of flag football. That was always great. And I also played a lot of Pokemon Sapphire on my Game Boy Advance. That was a great time. After that, we moved to Kansas. Kansas is the polar opposite in terms of weather of Lake Havasu. It was freezing cold, so freezing cold, in fact, we kept a lot of extra food in a cooler outside as an impromptu deep freezer. But the problem with that was the possums eventually caught onto our schemes and they stole all the food, and we had to make do with what we could keep in the house. So, yeah, after Kansas, we moved to Las Vegas. This is where I started my degree program, my science degree program that I'm currently doing. Initially, I was working as a captioning agent. I would caption phone calls for the legally deaf. That was a fun job. But I eventually decided I wanted more money, so I got into the HVAC trade. I initially was doing installs. That entailed basically removing condensers and furnaces and air handlers from people's houses and installing new ones. After doing installs for a while, I wanted to do services. Services, you basically troubleshoot and diagnose units that aren't working, and you fix what's broken. Pretty fun. A lot of critical thinking goes into that. It's a lot more fun, in my opinion, than installs. My best friend is my Rottweiler Diesel. He is 10 years old. I take him for a 2-mile walk every day. I like to listen to audiobooks and podcasts when I walk him. Most recently, I listened to Musashi's 5 Rings. That's a book about feudal Japan. If you're interested in that, it's definitely a great source on feudal Japan. My hobbies these days, I go fishing at Lake Mead a lot still do a lot of fishing, only this time at Lake Mead. And I also do a lot of weightlifting as well. So, in conclusion, I haven't really changed that much. I have the same hobbies, I just typically do them in different places. I'm still pretty much the same as I was back when I was a little kid in Arizona. And I look forward to seeing all your guys' autobiographies, see what you guys have been up to. So thank you so much for listening. Let me get you one more shot of the audience before we finish. There they are, still a sold out crowd. They haven't fallen asleep yet. Alright guys, thank you very much.